everybody, it's Anita Foster and Chef Manny with Tarrant Area Food Bank. What in the jumping beans are you making today?
Well, we're going to start by making black beans, and then we're going to turn that into black bean dip, and then black bean soup.
Ooh, that sounds delicious, Chef Manny. So rather than just taking a can of beans and dumping it into a pot like I normally do, you say we can go a long way to making these flavorful by starting with some spices.
Absolutely. So we're going to build our flavors here in this pot. The beans themselves, I got them out of a can. I rinsed them, strained them. So they're just plain beans that have been cooked.
Okay.
'Cause we're going to build our flavor here in this pot. So we start off with crispy bacon. So I've already rendered down the bacon. It's starting to get crispy right now. All right. So then after you get the bacon crispy, and that takes a little time. So I took advantage of that and did it early. Now I'm adding some onion.
Okay.
So this is my basis for all my bean dishes. So you can
Are you
hear the
going to
sizzle.
cook that down to translucent, or is
Yeah,
it okay
I like
if
to let them sweat a little bit.
Okay.
Just get a little soft and get the flavors out
Yes.
and everything else, and you can kind of hear it sizzling in there.
I hear
And
it
then
and I smell it,
there
Chef
you go.
Manny.
So then we're gonna throw in some garlic, stir that in, jalapenos for a little heat.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Of
And we're
course,
going-
that's optional, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then we got some cumin.
Yum.
All right. And then we got a little cilantro.
All the good spices.
Okay. So we're building the flavors right in there. So what it is now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the beans in here.
Okay.
All
Well, I
right.
definitely see where I've gone wrong with my with my black bean
And then we
dishes.
got a little bit of salt.
I put pepper in.
There we go. So we got some flavor now. It's building up there. And so they're going to add some stock to this so that they can cook in it, simmer.
Okay.
And there's one last trick. Okay, so this is actually a roasting spice, and I've got the recipe written in the, on our menu.
Okay.
So anyway, so I'll have this for you written in the bylaws. And so right now we're going to go ahead and take a dry skillet. It's very important.
Okay.
Dry skillet, no
Okay.
oil. Throw your roasting spice in there and just let it smoke a
I
little
don't think
bit.
I've ever done this, Chef Manny.
No, this is going to add a lot of flavor. So anyway, so you just don't want it to scorch.
Do you get the pan hot first?
Yeah, I do, and then
Okay.
but I do not want it to scorch, so I'm really working it real here. And so you can kind of smell it in the air.
I do smell it.
Yeah, so anyway,
yes.
so there you go, and you put that as the
Okay.
last flavor component on your beans.
Okay.
So then now you let these simmer for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And
So
then,
that's not very long.
No, exactly. So now they marry the flavors there, and then we'll strain it, and we'll come out and make out either a black bean dip, turn it into black bean soup, maybe even infuse a pancake with black beans. All kinds of things we could do with it.
Oh, that's fantastic. So when we get back, we will find out what comes first, the soup or the dip. Okay, Chef Manny, we've seasoned our beans. Now what do we do?
Okay, now we're going to go ahead and concentrate on making a black bean dip.
Okay, so the dip first.
Yeah, so I'm going to put some beans in here in our food processor. Okay?
And you strained all the liquid, right?
Absolutely. So
okay.
I strained all of our liquid out so that I can get a good thick consistency.
Okay.
All right, so through the food processor, let it blend up together. And so I will add a little bit of liquid,
Okay.
just so I can thin it out. You can see that it's really thick right
Yes,
now. So what I
yes.
want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the food processor on and add some of our bean juice.
Just a little,
Yeah,
okay,
just a
some of that
touch.
juice.
Just a touch to reduce it down a touch. And I can kind of see it, you kind of hear it too. It's just kind of broken loose, but that looks like a good consistency to me.
Okay.
All right, so now we've got a dip consistency.
Yes.
So right here, I'll just pull this out and we'd have a black bean dip.
Which I think people could use with chips. You could use with tortillas, do a black bean roll up.
Absolutely.
Vegetables, if you're watching your carbohydrates.
Yes, and so
Nice,
now
good
we're,
dip.
we're going to go ahead, since and you can tell that's the thick consistency.
Right.
Now we're going to really thin it out and make black bean soup.
Okay, so this is the juice that we drained from the beans earlier.
And I added a little more chicken stock so we have something to work with.
Okay,
All right.
and we want this to be at a soup consistency, right?
Absolutely.
And are you going to puree all of this soup? Sometimes I know you leave a little bit of the natural bean.
Exactly. So this time I'm looking for that soup consistency. You see that? I think I could go a
Yes.
little bit thinner. So I'm going to go ahead and just go a little bit
Okay.
thinner. But like if you wanted to do the puree and leave some beans actually whole in there, that goes good in that black bean pancake that we've made before.
Oh yes, that's the great thing about black beans, right? We can make a lot of dishes with them.
Let's go ahead and finish that all off.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, it smells good, Chef Manny.
And there we go. So now you've got
Yes.
a nice liquid consistency, and I've got a bowl here. And now watch this. It's just turned it into black bean soup, garnished with a little bit of cheese, maybe some cilantro, a little
Oh,
avocado.
yes.
And so there you go. So we've got black bean dip and black bean soup.
And I have a spoon for
All
us
right.
to try.
All right.
And we want you to try this recipe too. Just go down below. We have so many ideas that Chef Manny has given us with black beans. You can just use the first dish as a side dish. You can make your dip, you can make your soup, and we have another recipe where you can make black bean pancakes.
Absolutely.
A food for all seasons and all people.
Yeah,
Thank
give us a
you,
try,
Chef
yeah.
Manny. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to saute and subscribe to Plates with a Purpose, and we'll see you on our next episode. How is it, Chef Manny?